I've reconfigured my home lab from here to this. This is my home lab's server rack. On the very top, there are the two Proxmox hosts, and in the middle, there's the networking, and on the bottom is the UPSs. We're gonna take a deeper look into that. Let's first talk about the main two Proxmox servers. All right, so we're gonna take a look at the hardware of the two Proxmox servers. So we got Proxmox server 1, Proxmox server 2. So this one would be Sik server 1, and this one is Sik server 2, aka Sik server blue, Sik server gold. Let's look at the CPU motherboard memory combo here. These are both great CPUs for Proxmox, and they both have 16 cores. For the amount of VMs I'm running is great. 64 gigs is also great. I can run basically all the services I need. I always would like more RAM, but with 64 gigs, I'm able to stretch out and do as much as I want to right now. I can do as much as I want and a little bit more. So that's great for the RAM. So for both of these systems, the CPU and motherboard were actually combos. For Sik server blue, this one right here, the faster system of this CPU and this motherboard, I actually got this from a OfferUp deal for $250. I think I got a great deal. Crazy, I think. And then the RAM, this is an old price. I don't know if it has the date on here. I wish I had the date on here. But man, when RAM used to cost this much, I guess it was $100, $108 to get 64 gigs of RAM shipped, delivered to your house. And then, how about this? On this system, Sik server gold, the Sik server 2, the slower, slightly slower, older CPU and motherboard, and the RAM, I got that as a combo for an even better deal. Actually lucky, from my old job, I was able to get these components from systems that was getting thrown away. So you will see that the RAM is actually mixed match. It's not actually this set. I just put this here because I was lazy, but it's because it was from components from systems being thrown away from my old job. So very lucky to get these components. Now let's look at the storage here. I have on this side Sik server 1, and we have 4 2TB drives and one 256 gig cache drive, SSD, and that gives us 4.72 terabytes. So 4.7 terabytes, 4 terabytes, 700 gigs. Yeah, it performs well. I gotta be honest, I don't know if the cache drive is even necessary, but I had it, so I'm using it. There it is. I only have a 1 gig connection, so I maxed that out. I do transfers, so yeah, it works great. I like it. Picasso. Now over here, we have 3 8 terabyte Western Digital Gold drives. So all 3 of these drives came from an old job. So that was a great deal. That was a great deal for sure. And that gives me 14 terabytes of usable capacity. So what I'm doing with this 14 is, one, backing up this 4 terabytes. So that this is backing up fully. And then on top of that, we have the VM backups on here as well. And then on top of that, we have frigate cameras. I'm definitely using the space, and I can use even more. So yeah, that's the storage. Okay, so both of these servers have GPUs. Six Server Blue, the fast one, has two RTX 3060s, 12 gigabytes. This is for running local LLMs and other AI tasks. I also have Plex on both servers, so the GPUs are used well. On this server, this is Sik Server Gold, the 1080 Ti. I got this card and I thought it was super sick. It's also a blower style card. So, anyways, like I said, I run Plex on the server, and I also run Frigate, which does AI detection for like people and cars and animals, and everything else. So it uses that GPU for that. These prices aren't equivalent to what I paid for these components, and also on top of that, the RAM has inflated what the value of these machines actually are. Oh yeah, this is what this PC looked like before the upgrade. I took out all the old components. I still have them. I still have these disk drives, DVD drives, and it came with a power supply, so I could maybe try to boot the system. I don't know. Down here we have a Reolink hub. Now we have the Reolink home hub. This guy actually connects to all of my Reolink cameras and does a local event recording storage. So I have event recording on the cameras, and also like you could do scheduled recording. I don't really do that because I have Frigate on my server. But here I have some SD cards in there, and it records to that. So it has local event recording for free, local, self-hosted. And then on top of that, it improves the wireless performance of my wireless cameras. And then for me to be able to connect my wireless cameras to Frigate and Home Assistant, I needed to use this wireless hub. So I have two wireless cameras and two wired cameras. So for two of those cameras, I needed this wireless hub. But yeah, back here you don't see it, but back here there's a 2.5 gig switch. This 2.5 gig switch is for my two Proxmox hosts, and basically they both have 2.5 gig NICs, so they can communicate at 2.5 gigs together. And all right, so down here is the main networking. Basically, we have a AT&T router here. This is what I got from my ISP, AT&T. I get a fiber connection from the line outside, then I get a copper connection from that to my Netgate-2100. That guy is running PFsense Plus. I've been running my own DNS and firewall gateway ever since I've been doing my own home lab. First I did it virtually, then I did it actually using this machine right here. It's a mini PC. So I used to run PFsense on this machine right here. It had two 1 gig NICs, but one of them was a Realtek NIC, and it was giving me stability issues. I was getting a dropout that wouldn't be resolved unless I rebooted the machine, basically, and that was annoying. But so then I decided to upgrade, quote unquote, to this guy here, a Netgate-2100. So I got this Netgate for $125 from Facebook Marketplace. So I thought that was a great deal. Right now they're $400 on Amazon, $370 from Netgate themselves. And yeah, so it's a good gateway. I don't have any stability issues anymore, but I did notice something. when I was using this for PFSense and I ran a speed test, I would get closer to 1 gig speeds. I was getting like 900 megabytes down, 900 and some change, 950 megabytes down. When I run a speed test with this guy, the Netgate-2100, I'm getting 600 megabytes down. I did a little bit of research afterwards and figured out it's because of the CPU. The CPU is just too weak and it will max out before I can reach closer to my 1 gig speeds. So I have speed tests pulled up right here. Let's run a speed test and we're gonna watch the CPU actually max out. Behind the AT&T router is a PoE router. This PoE router has two 1 gig ports and then the rest are like 100 megabyte ports. I have 2 of those ports being used for another router in the living room. That router has 2 more Ethernet ports, and that router is how I use Wi-Fi on my network. And then another one goes to my PC room and gives me Ethernet to a switch. Then I have another one that connects to a cable that goes into the attic, and that cable in the attic is connected to a PoE split that powers and gives data to 2 cameras. Okay, and on the very bottom we have the 2 UPS, the 2 UPSs, undisturbed power supplies. Basically, they're little battery packs that keep the power up on my system. And also, they're very, very fast at switching. That's basically what makes them undisturbed. So the downtime between unplugging it from the wall and it switching to battery is so fast that my systems don't turn off. So that is a big use. Okay, so this is my Proxmox cluster. This is where everything is, and I primarily use VMs. This Proxmox cluster only has 2 nodes. We got 7 VMs running right now, 32 cores, and 125 gigabytes of RAM in total. So I'm running TrueNAS on both servers. These are my main storage drives. Boom. And then so storage, we have 4 terabytes, 4.7 terabytes on SIG server 1, SIG server blue, and SIG server 2 gold. We have 14.4 terabytes. Okay, since we're talking about storage right now, I want to talk about my Raspberry Pi server. This is a Raspberry Pi 4 with 8 gigabytes of RAM, and this is located at my mom's house. This is not here. This is a remote location. This Raspberry Pi has a 2 terabyte hard drive with it, so I actually back up my data to this remote site at my mom's house. This Raspberry Pi is at my mom's house, and it acts as my remote backup. This satisfies my 3-2-1 backup. So I have 3 copies. I have 1 copy on SIG server 1. I have another copy on SIG server 2. I have a 3rd copy on my Raspberry Pi at my mom's house, and I have some partial backups on Google Drive. So that's 3 copies, 2 different formats. These are all on hard drives, right? But you can say it's a little bit different because these are ZFS pools. So instead of it just being a hard drive like this is a ZFS pool. So that is 2 different formats. Also, we have Google Drive, which is a whole nother format because it's the cloud. So that's a different format too. And then what's the one offsite? Yeah, 3-2-1. So the one offsite and the other one offsite is my Pi. Like I said before, my Raspberry Pi. Also, Google Drive is technically offsite, but like I said before, this is the real backup because it has more of my data. So yeah, my Raspberry Pi server at my mom's house acts as my remote server, and it works great. I also use it as a VPN to go back to my mom's house. This Raspberry Pi is also on my Telnet so I can have access to the rest of my home lab. But on top of that, I have WireGuard running as a VPN back to my mom's house. This helps for, like, obviously accessing the Pi, but also with the Netflix household. Technically, my Netflix account is tied to my mom's house, but with this VPN, I'm able to, on any device, access my mom's network and then access my Netflix account, because the whole household system, I don't know if you know, but if you have Netflix and you're away from home for too long, it denies you access to your account until you get back home to your network, to make sure everyone's on the same, like, there's no sharing of passwords and accounts, basically. So that helps me with that with my VPN. It also hosts this website. It hosts this website, sikaruekasumi.xyz, which is like my portfolio and resume. And then also this website, sikdataassurance.org. This website is more of a PC and server building website. Oh, it's loading. So you can complete this form, and I can help you make a parse list to make a PC or server, or I can go all the way and just build the PC or server for you. Actually, I was able to build this server for my friend Anthony. He has this YouTube channel called Gems on VHS, and he also works with videos and pictures. So he has a lot of data. So this server right here was built for him, so he can have a offsite backup. He has his own office with a Synology, and this server stays at his house, so it's his offsite backup. And he actually had this server for a while, and then we upgraded it. So this storage is no longer accurate because we upgraded his storage, so we can have more backups. But yeah, that's my Raspberry Pi server. This used to host all of my services. It used to have. This is where I started. This is where I learned all about home labbing, and I took what I learned from this Pi and moved it to my second server, my third server, and even built a server for my buddy Anthony. So yeah, I would, in today's time with home labbing, I would maybe start with a Raspberry Pi. It's a little expensive. The Pi 5 of 8 gigabytes is $200. Pi 5 with 4 gigabytes, a little bit lower than that, $120. I might start with Raspberry Pi to take a little bit, very small space, very small power, and a great amount of compute for your space and power. But also this guy right here, $174. This guy takes up more power, takes up more space, but also performs way better for like less than the price. Also, you get more RAM with this guy too. But yeah, the RAM apocalypse definitely affects home labbing and the hobby as a whole. So where I started with the Raspberry Pi might not be feasible for people today because of just the prices. But there's still ways to do it with this mini PC. This can do a lot for you. 16 gigabytes of RAM. That's a lot of RAM for a home lab. Starting out. So, yeah. Okay, so the next VM here is Win 2019, which is actually a Windows Server 2019 VM. This is a VM where I passed through both of the GPUs, and I'm able to use them for multiple GPU tasks. This is my main AI server too. I'm remoting in using Moonlight. I have a Sunshine server running on here. I'm using Moonlight and utilizing the GPU to remote in. That's how I like to remote into this. Because of the GPU pass-through, this doesn't work. Like a client machine. This right here is Docker F. This is my Docker host, and I'm running Fedora on here. And this is Homar. And yeah, I'm using Fedora as my Docker host. And Fedora has its own web UI, which I think is really cool. I think I'm going to try to change another one of my VMs to Fedora. But yeah, so this is running it from Docker F. Chasm is running from Docker F. Passable is running from Docker F. I have this on Docker F2, but also on a different machine. Docker F, Docker F, Docker F, Docker F, I think. Yes. A lot of things are running on Docker F. my main Docker machine. We can look at Portainer actually. I don't know why I did it the other way. Docker 2. These are all the things we're gonna Docker have. So, yep. Now we have Home Assistant next. Home Assistant is a great smart home app. I'm able to put all of these little switches together, controlling everything from one app. I have all my light switches here. I have automations running, so my front and backyard lights are automated. Living room lights are automated. Yeah, that's great. Next, we have AI. The name is kind of out of date. It was going to be like an AI helping machine, but it stopped being that and it started being a frigate machine. This guy mostly does frigate. Yeah, it does frigate, and there's also like a backup for Plex. So the 1080 Ti's pass through to this machine here. And again, because of that, I can't access it through the web console. This VM also like hosts some backup services, so it hosts KeePass. So Passbolt is my main password manager, and this hosts KeePass. AI does. So it's just a backup just in case the other server goes down. And then the last VM is Proxmox Backup. The Proxmox Backup Server VM. This is how I back up all my VMs, and I am building it on Sik-Server Gold, that TrueNAS instance. I have a NFS share. I didn't have to go there to do that. That is delegated to 4 terabytes. That's what I get given for the backup, and yeah. Okay, we're just gonna go through some of the software and services being hosted in my home lab. First and foremost, this is Homar. This is my homepage app. Basically, it gets all my my self-hosted services, and puts their links here for me, and I get like a little picture that goes on here. Next, we got Chasm, which is like a little workspace container deployment agent. It's very good. It's a really cool app where I can start up a little desktop right here that's containerized, ethereal. It disappears once I click delete. It's all gone. I have a VPN on this one. It's connecting. I use this to torrent actually, and yeah, and I was gone. I have the Tor browser on here too. I have Kali Linux. I actually have OpenClaw on here as well, and I've been testing OpenClaw with this. I'm going to set up an OpenClaw VM probably after I complete my testing. So yeah, that's that. We have QX, I think is how you say it, and basically it's like an offline database. So I was able to download all of Wikipedia and some other things here. So there's actually a free coding camp. I fix it. There are like many tutorials online on how to do this. I'm just gonna hit go random. And yeah, I mean, we just have all of Wikipedia in here. Random. Let's see. Let's look up NVIDIA. Ooh. Okay. Jensen. Let's just go NVIDIA. And boom, yeah, this is completely offline. This is all on my system. It's pretty cool. It is up to date as of February of 2026. So yeah. That's QX. It's pretty cool. Let's go back home. Let's look at iFixit. There's all of these iFixit guides here. So if you want to know how to fix, I'm looking for Google phones. I'm looking for my specific phone, Pixel 7. Boom. So if I needed to know how to fix my Pixel 7's rear camera, sure, I can look at this tutorial, look at the tools I need, look at the steps, follow it, and get it done. So I think that's pretty cool to have a database like this, just self-hosted. Next we have Open Web UI. So like I said, on this server I have Olama running, and I have those two 3060s here with 12 gigabytes of RAM. And yeah, I can run AI models in here. This is probably the best model I can run on here, and I don't need to run it right now. Invoke. So we have image generation on here, and yeah, I can generate images using AI, using my GPUs. I'm not gonna click this because the link's closed. Comfy UI, that link opens up when I start this app right here, and this is also for image generation, but you can also use it for video generation. And I saw that my system that has a 5070 in it is actually better for that. The reason is because video generation only utilizes one GPU, only leverages one GPU, and because of that, you just want a super fast GPU, not multiple. And a 5070 is faster than 3060. So, yep. Okay, so now we have these camera apps, and basically they're just my Reolink cameras. So this one right here is the actual just straight up Reolink software. The cameras themselves have their own web UI. Well, I think this is the Reolink Home Hub, and I'm able to go through all of my cameras and just view them all, including the front door. The front door is a battery powered camera here, and the Frigate is a self-hosted NVR, so it allows me to do 24/7 recording using my own storage. So with Reolink, I don't have any subscription, so I have event recording. So if the camera see anything, like the AI see anything, then it starts recording on the vents. And this one just does 24/7 recording, and also does event record, like pickup and stuff. Now we have NAN, which is good for making automations. I actually had this automation made up so that it could restart PFsense for me, but I don't need this anymore because of the whole fixing PFsense by getting a new router thing, by getting the Netgate-2100. So don't need that guy anymore, but I'll still make automations in the future maybe. Now we have KeePass and Passbolt. These are my password managers. Passbolt is my main password manager, and then KeePass is a backup. So they are hosted on two different servers. So, yep. Nextcloud, I can access all of my files from here. These are on my two drives. But I also have SMB shares, so this is more for like the app access. I do my photo upload, photo sync from here. So I have the Nextcloud app on my phone, and from here my photos are automatically uploaded to my server. IT tools. So these are a bunch of IT tools just self-hosted on your server. So all these tools are available offline. Crafty controller. So this is a self-hosted Minecraft controller. This is a self-hosted Minecraft server, And yeah, I can have my own Minecraft server and play Minecraft locally or remotely with a VPN. PFsense, this is my self-hosted router. I have my DNSs through here. I have a PF blocker running on here too as a ad blocker, and then I have Tailscale on here too for my VPN for remote access. Oh no. And then yeah, Portainers. This is a way to organize Docker containers, and you can manage your Docker containers through Portainer right here. So I have them all clustered into one Portainer using Portainer agents. And then yeah, I have links to my website here. All of this will be updated soon.
Goodbye.